Welcome back, Court Farm. We're just down at the shop. As you can see, we're loading up with both types of pig food. The last 2 bags to go on. Now, the plan for today is to feed the pigs. But I've put in the butcher mod. So what we're going to do is we are going to have a look on the way back. Oh, hello folks. At a couple of locations that I've got in mind. Now, one is let's just turn this engine off here. So one is the area by the windmill. So let's strap that up. And the other is down by our farm. So we'll head back that way now. We'll check them out and try and make a decision on which one we're going to go for. Other things, really, it's just sort of plodding on now, really. That's why I've got the times up at ×5. We can take our time, have a bit more of a relaxed one today, potentially. I've said that a million times before, and we all know how that's gone. So, without any further delay, let's get this fired up and we'll head to the windmill site first. Right then, so first things first, we are up here by the windmill. You can hear it in the background. So plot 53 is £162,696 versus 171, which is opposite our farm, which is 249. So that's obviously a fair bit cheaper. My thinking is it would be weird to have a butcher and the pigs on the same site. Seems kind of industrial production, really, that. So that is quite a bit of a difference. So, and it's not a million miles away, so we'll have to do a bit of delivering, but that's fine. So we'll just take a look. Now, it won't obviously show us the price for... Let's move away from the windmill a little bit. So it's 179,000 for the butchery. And you can see, there you go, that's what it looks like. So, I kind of like it up here. Shows all the different meats it takes. Yeah. I reckon up here is a good shout. Nothing to say, you know, once we start selling meat, we can't save up and buy the land opposite us, because I think we're going to need it. The rate that the pigs are having the piglets and how quickly they seem to reproduce. So, yeah. I'm tempted to borrow some money, you know. Okay, right, yeah, we're going to do it. So we need 100 and... So we'll say 200 grand for the butcher. Okay, and then what was the land cost? Let's have a look. 100 and... So 300... If we say 375... That should give us enough. Take a loan. In fact, let's just go 400,000. That should be plenty. In fact, thinking about it now, we got 9. How much have we got in the bank at the minute? 90 something. We're going to need mowers. Let's go for 600,000. I think that's going to be plenty. Period of years, we did 3 years before. 17 grand a month. We better start churning out some meat. So, yeah, no, the period in years 3. Yeah, take the loan. Done. Boom. Right, first things first, into the map. Farmland 53. Buy, thank you very much. Now, into production, construction, production. No, in fact, what do we always do? Save the game. Because if it goes wrong, we can just quit. So in fact, let's go into construction. Demolish. Can we demolish that? Oh, we can. Aha. Brilliant. Now, production. I'm excited by this one. So, whereabouts do we want to be? Kind of away from the road a bit, but not a million miles away. Have a look, shall we? Kind of there. Turn on snapping, see what that does. How's that? To the hedge. Out like that. What do we think? About there? Oh. We've done it. Right, what I think we're going to do now is get this going. After some landscaping, I think. So I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up around here, sort some landscaping out, smooth all this off. We'll head back down to the farm, get these bags of feed unloaded. We'll load up with some of the pigs, and yeah, we'll get this this butchery underway. So we're just topped up. Say topped up, they needed quite a bit. So we've got plenty of feed concentrate, plenty of energy food, and plenty of moisture food. So 2 and 3 could do with a boost. So that's the base game food, which is easy enough to sort. So we'll just grab the bag lifter again, grab a couple of bags of the standard in-game food. There we go. And we'll get them fed, ironically, before we take some of them to the slaughter. But, you know, last meal and all that. Sadistic, sorry. Right. It is only a game, remember. Right, I'll grab the lifter, we'll get them topped up, and we'll decide how many to take to the butcher. So I've just topped up the water, we've done the feed, so we are in the trigger now. So we are going to take the male porkers, and we will take as many as we can in one go. Yep. Something tells me we may need a bigger trailer. But for now, we'll just take... So what have we got in there at the minute? Berkshires. So we'll clear the Berkshires first. And then we'll start the production. Taking them out of this one, purely because there's more. And they're that bit older that they've probably got a bit more meat on them, is my logic. So, made an absolute hash of this, didn't I? Go back into the pasture. We'll head down this way, do a loop, and I'll see you up at the butcher. Right then, so after a steady-ish journey up to the butcher. So now we hit R and we get the deliver animals to production menu. Now the interesting thing and quite cool is that the animals need to be at 100%, so you need to have looked after them. You can't just go to the livestock market, buy a load of animals, come down here and turn them into meat. And I guess that is, you know, does force you to look after them, you know, take care of them, feed them, yada yada yada. So 13 animals, 38 kilograms per animal gives us a total of 494 kilograms of Berkshire pig. So transfer the animals. They have all gone. Now, if we just jump into the expanded butchery menu and we scroll down to Berkshire, and we can... No, not buy. Oh, no, don't even scroll to there. Sorry. Pork meat. This doesn't say pig meat, I suppose. Activate that. And that is running away. Do we not have enough? I don't think we do. Do we need to get 600? For 450 meat? I think we... Oh, no, it's running. Oh, it's just the different types. Gotcha. Got ya. Okay, so we've checked that. Now let's have a look at what the potential price is on this save. So, pork meat. Look at that. I mean, where are we? We are in April. So, yeah, £22,000 per 1,000 litres. So we're going to end up with, what, half that maybe? So 11 grand. Pretty good, to be fair. Right, let's just quickly check what we are set to. We set to storing. Yes, we are. That's fine. So what we'll do is we'll fold up. We'll go and get another couple more loads. And then what I'm thinking is we own this lovely bit of grassland now. So we can, with our rest of our loan, we can get ourselves some mowers, get a baler, and come and cut the grass up here. So that is the plan. So a couple more loads and yeah, we'll start some mowing, I think. Okay, so third and final load we got rid of. Sounds so cruel. What was I going to say? Come on, let's trigger. There we go. So we did another full load of the Berkshires, so they can go in. And then I picked 11 of the black pied. And for now, that is all we're going to transfer down here. There we go. So we've got 120 litres storing. And how much is actually... So over 1,300 litres... kilograms. 1,300 kilograms, there we go, of meat being produced. So we'll see what we get out of it. But yeah, I think for now, we'll leave the rest. They can be fattened up. And we'll, yeah, we'll come to them another time. So we can disconnect that there. I will head to the shop where we'll choose our mowers and baler. And then we'll head back down here and tidy up some of this grass on our new plot of land. So before we do anything, let's have a quick look through the used vehicle sale. Interesting. Oxbow. I haven't seen one of those appear, I don't think. But yeah, that's the part of the new DLC, or that brand, should I say. Anything else? Slurry tank? No. No, everything else we don't really need. So, mowers, we are gonna go with the Pottinger, because we can swath with those, can't we? Yes, we can. So, thank you. That's the rear one done, and yes, thank you. Baler, now. Let's have a butcher's what we've got installed. Only do 125, 125, no. I think we're going to have to go for We can wrap 150s. I think we're going to go with one of these. And I think we're going to go with the bent one. We don't want a plate. What wrapper design? We need the end turner with auto load. Yeah. Oil colour. Let's go with the green, I think. We can always change it if we want to, and we will buy that. Oh, do love spending a bit of cash. Right, let's get the mowers attached first. Let's put on some funky turning, or otherwise known as all-wheel steer. Get that attached onto there. And get that attached on to the back. Look at that rig. Lovely. Right, let's get down to, say our field, but the butcher's garden. Don't know. And start the mowing, and then we'll grab the baler in a little bit. In fact, what I might do is when we get down to the new grass area, we will jump in the Massey, send that down to pick the baler up, and then we'll head it on back down to the butcher's. So see you in a minute. So ignoring the noob mistake, well, two mistakes really if we're going to be picky. No windrower and no swathing selected, and 0 conditioners. So yeah, we've got to have one screw up per episode, surely. But yeah, decent size area. Haven't gone massively close to the fence and stuff. Hedges, yeah, you get a bit close to, just because there's no collisions. But yeah, relax now. I quite like just being a bit productive. So we've got the animals into the production now, and that's churning away nicely. And now we can just sit back, relax, mow some grass. So the plan is we are going to have to look after this area. We are probably going to have to we'll buy the soil samples most likely, and look after it just as we would any other field. There you go, Massey's just arriving with the baler. So yeah, I mean, that'll be something I might do off camera. We will see. But yeah, all good. Say, I haven't bothered mowing all this bit. I guess as well, this could in the future lend itself to possibly other productions, maybe. Not quite sure what, but it could. But yeah, so we need to crack on. We'll get, I don't know, I think we're good for time. So yeah, we'll definitely get the mowing done today, and potentially the baling. But yeah, quite happy with the butcher being all set up, all working. Because I was kind of a bit like, you could probably tell I was a bit dejected last episode at the thought of it not working, because, you know, at a point we may end up making money, but I think, you know, you look at how much food we've bought so far. You know, that trailer load that I bought at the start of the episode was probably 10 grand. So for how many pigs have we moved? 39 animals will make 11 grand. And they're, you know, nowhere near the biggest size they'll get to. So yeah, it's a good way of making some cash, which should enable us then to progress a bit more, you know, open up the opportunity for more fields, equipment, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, can't grumble. If only it would buy me a pedal that would stop clunking. So what have I been up to? Went to Sheffield. Well, not random. My mate lives there, so went to visit him, and we went out for some food. And oh my word, was it good! Restaurant called Brewski's. I'd never heard of it. He sent me the menu. Said, "What do you reckon to this?" And it's Canadian. I'm gonna say themed, but we had a sharing meal between two of us, which probably would have served four. So it was 2 double beef burgers, with bacon, pickles, all that sort of good stuff. 2 burritos each, or well, probably one effectively, but they were halved. Beef in one and chicken in another. There was breaded chicken strips, but they were spicy. They were really nice. And I'm probably going to absolutely ruin this word, but poutine. It's, I don't know if it's a national dish. I don't necessarily think it's a national dish, but it's a popular dish out in Canada. It's basically like chips, cheese curds, and gravy. Oh, my word, was it nice. So nice. So much so I had to bring some back because it was just so much food. It was delicious, absolutely delicious. But like I say, could have probably gone between 3 or 4 of us. So yeah, that was a bit different, and I never heard of that chain. I think there's like maybe 2 or 3 up north. But yeah, it was really, really nice. So I am going to crack on. I'm going to get this lot mown, and then we'll start some baling, and we'll see how we're doing for time. Well, 11 bales made so far, and this one that's just coming out will be number 12. Look at me with my quick maths. Yeah, the light is going. It gets a bit cloudy in April. We've done all right for rain, though, he says, crossing his fingers. Now, what I am thinking is that we should really be making sure that we get a full bale chamber first. There we go. We have got quite a bit of cash now. Probably borrowed a little bit too much. So which one do we want? We want this one. And we are going to pay off the 58,735. 58,735. Make a special repayment. There we go. So that's all good. So we're down to £120,000 now. Oh, hedge. I don't think there's anything else that we really need equipment wise. Got the cultivator now. I mean, long term we could probably buy our own planter. That would be good. But for how long we're going to use them for, again, it maybe makes sense to lease. I don't know. Unsure on that one. But yeah, we're doing okay. I am very, very pleased. Let's take a quick look. Now I'm jumping around a bit again, but yeah, the meat is being produced. How much have we got so far? 525 kilograms. It goes in as kilograms, comes out as litres, obviously, because that's the the selling unit for the game, but yeah, maybe we get some ducks to make into duck meat. But yes, I am pleased with where we are. I think what I'm going to do is get this lot baled, and then in between episodes I will, to quote the Venerable Kev, fix this field. We'll lime it, we'll get the old nitrogen down, etc, etc, and yeah, we'll fix it up good and proper for the next cut. I think, you know, now we've got this field as well. I mean, there's potential to turn this into an arable crop or an arable field at some point. You know, we could plough it up. It is an option. What we'd plant, I'm really not sure, but that option is always there. Yeah, it's one to think about. But for now, I'm just enjoying the fact that we are getting a decent amount of bales, which is going to go towards paying off our loan when the price is right. Pretty much like we're doing with our other grass field. You know, that's purely there as a source of income. And alright, yes, we've had to take a loan out to buy the equipment to then, you know, work that piece of land to pay off the loan. I know it's kind of counterintuitive, but, you know, we'll get there rather quickly, I think, with the amount of silage that we make from the field. So yeah, all good. Right, I'm going to do a bit more and I'll see you on the up and down rows, I think. Well, that's it. Headland's finished and not too much left to do. But we've made 24 bales already, which is pretty good, considering we've done nothing to the field. But yeah, and I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. Probably a slightly shorter episode, but nevertheless being a very interesting one with the old butcher now set up. Got the mowers, got the baler. Feels like we're getting really established now. So yeah, all good. Pleased with that one. So I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like. Please think about subscribing to the channel. We are getting closer and closer to that magical 1k sub. So every sub really does mean the world to me. Thank you very much to the YouTube channel members and the Patreons. Links are below if you fancy it. But until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.